Hello, EU-engineer. How are you? Today, our live stream will be in English, so will be a big challenge for me. As you all know, I'm always speaking Portuguese around here, but I'm really, really happy with our guest from today. He is from our neighborhood in Brazil, so he's from Venezuela, and he's a civil engineer. And today he will be here to tell us his history, how he got a job, how he moved to Ireland, how he got a job as a project engineer in Ireland, and all these things. So I would like to invite and introduce to all of you Adriel Pelayo. Welcome to the EU Engineer. Yes, now
Hello.
you're here. Hello.
How are you? All
Good,
good?
and you?
All good, all good. Thank you.
Thank you
you.
so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the invitation. It has been a long time that I had contact with you. I was remembering today, it was 2 years ago or something like that. And yeah, we are here to talk.
Finally, we got a date together to do
Oh
this,
my
right?
God. You are so busy.
Finally.
You are so
Yeah.
busy.
And it's good because I know you have been doing so many things with the community as well that I want to talk about it. But before we start, I always like to start knowing a little bit more the guests. So I want to know who is Adriel Pelayo and where are you from and how the engineering becomes part of your life.
That's a good question. Who I am? No, I'm from a small town on the west of Venezuela. The name is Falcon, and the city is Punto Fijo. So we have over there it was not now, but it was the second refinery, the biggest second refinery in the world. So in that specific city, we have the second biggest refinery in the world. So normally everybody over there, just because of that's the main company in that city, everybody just to want to get in or want to work in that company. But that refinery is in process, so I felt a little bit scared just to work in that refinery because I heard a lot of or all the news shows, oh, there is an explosion here, or they have. I don't really like that way to work on a place with all the gases, and I prefer just study something avoiding that refinery, and that's why I just start to studying as a civil engineer degree. And yeah, I spent 5 years probably in Brazil. Is the same time. And after just avoiding that refinery, I just moved to Valencia. It's close to the capital. It's 2 hours from the capital. In Valencia, they have a petrochemical refinery as well, but it was in construction. It was an expansion, no process refinery. It was an expansion of one refinery that they have in that place. The name is Pequiven. It's a petrochemical refinery, and I start my career, or I could say, yeah, my I start to develop all my knowledge from the university. So I spent over there just probably 4 years just building that petrochemical refinery. But you know the problems that we have in South America, probably the materials or people who build or to design the refineries. Probably in Brazil, they are in Brazil as well. The name of the company was Toyo Engenharia Corporation. Probably they have something in Brazil also. And I spent with them 4 years, and after that they was gonna make or they was gonna design another refinery, but in this time was in Caracas. So after 4 years, I moved to Caracas to design another expansion, but in this case was in design, no construction.
Okay. So you are working as a CAD technician, or you're
All this,
doing...
yeah, all
Okay.
this, yeah, CAD technician. You know,
Which
the plan.
software do you normally use it over there?
What? Sorry, what?
Which software do you normally use during this time? Was AutoCAD or was a different
What?
software?
Navisworks, AutoCAD. What else we use? Civil. No.
The 3D?
Mechanical. I don't remember
Don't
the name.
worry if you don't remember.
It's from Autodesk anyway. It's
Okay.
with AutoCAD. So I was working in that expansion, and suddenly I got the opportunity just to come here. And I spoke with my girlfriend that time. Look, we need to leave the country. The political situation was really bad, so we just say, okay, let's go, and we will see over there if we're gonna stay or we're gonna come back. We will decide over there. So I remember when I arrived here, I just say I didn't speak English at all. Nothing. A word, just hi. I remember I just arrived in the Garda immigration office. I just say hi, and I show the course, papers of the course, and all my visas, and said, okay, just get in. And I just got it in that time by lucky, I could say. And on next year they start to asking for visas for Venezuelans. Before we arrive here, we need a visa.
You don't need a visa. It was the same situation as far as Brazilian. So you can arrive with your English course, and
Yes.
then you get the visa after you are already in the country.
Yes.
Nowadays, you need to ask for the visa before you came to Ireland. Is that?
Yes, but for example, my country need a visa just to come like a visitor.
Okay. Even for
So
tourists.
you can come just like a visitor, like Brazilian can do it. I think so. Yeah, Brazilian can do it for 3 months.
Yes, we still
No, not allowed to do it. So we
Okay.
need a visa before we came here as a
Gotcha.
visitor, student.
Tourist or student, you need to request the visa first.
Yes.
But when you arrived, it wasn't that way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just before we start with Ireland, during the time you were working in Venezuela, you said you were working on these two different companies of refinery, and most of the job that you did over there was design, right? If I understood right.
No, construction was for 4 years.
Okay.
And design was for 1 year.
Okay. So just the last year, let's say, of the college.
Yes.
Okay. And you said you got an opportunity to go to Ireland. So you got an opportunity to work, or was more like a...
It's because in my hometown, we don't have that opportunity to get that information that we have in the capital.
Yes.
So, for example, in the capital, obviously we have the airport, the international airport, where we can get all the flights to anywhere. So more information that you can get in Venezuela is in Caracas. So in other states, it's weird that you can just go in on the city and say, "Oh, get a English course in Ireland." No, it's by the information is we are lack of information in that city. In other cities as well, they are big city, but they don't get that information that you can get in Caracas. So we got the information in Caracas, and we start to check in what country allowed to a student and work at the same time. So we saw Ireland, Canada, UK as well, but UK didn't give you the opportunity to study. I don't know how is it now, but in that time, no, you wasn't allowed just work and student. You just come to a student. You don't have you have visa just to a student. So that's why I got the information from a friend who just went to Venezuela, because in that time he was living here and he went to Venezuela to catch people, just to bring people to a student, because probably they get a bonus or something. Money, everything is money, so probably they get a bonus with the people who
like a referral.
Yeah. So that's why I'm here. When I arrived here, it was difficult time because it was at the end of 2015.
2015?
13.
13. Oh my God.
Yeah. So it was when I arrived here, I saw the leafy. I remember the leafy. I remember as it was yesterday. No cranes, none cranes anywhere. Now in the next years they start to put some cranes here, and you can see when you arrive in a city, you can see how is the economy depend on how many cranes you can see on the
everywhere.
So now, you can see everywhere cranes, machines, concrete, lorries. So when I arrived here to start to improve my English and the college, it was a little bit difficult because I feel I don't have that intelligence of languages.
Don't say that. You're speaking another language, so you
No,
have the
but
intelligence.
but one thing is to have that, because I know some friends who have that intelligence for sure, which they learn on their house with a book in 1 year, and when they arrive here, they were speaking like Irish. So I know that person is good in languages. For me, probably I spent 1 year just to try to talk, to go into the meetings, or at least has an interview and all these things. So that's why I say I don't have, those
Superpowers. That's a superpower, yeah.
No, that test that gave you or tells you what is your intelligence. Like you are good for, I don't know, languages. You are good for mathematics. You are good for music. So
yes.
Languages is not my intelligence anyway. But I learn because I'm here anyway. But yeah, now
when you I want you to go a little bit deeper on this beginning, because when you arrived there, it was completely different from how it is nowadays, not just about work, but even about English course and everything. Because in 2013, you said, right?
Yes.
You had like a year visa. You could stay as long as you want, renewing your visa as an English student, right?
Yes.
And I can imagine it wasn't as easier as it is nowadays to understand a little bit about the market, to understand how it is. As you said, we didn't have cranes everywhere as we have nowadays. When you arrived there and you realize was a different country, a different language, a different culture, a different weather, everything was different. Did you travel with your girlfriend? You said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, at least you had someone to be with you at this moment. How was for you the first year? Because I believe was a big challenge, and everything was a challenge every day, right? Even if we know the situation in our countries, when you move abroad and you don't have anyone, just your girlfriend, it's really hard. And I think nowadays for those who are arriving, because of the community that we have, not just the Brazilian ones, but I believe the Venezuelan ones has as well. We are more integrated. How was for you like 11 years ago?
It was hard for sure. Thankfully, my girlfriend in that time, she has some, not friends, but she has some colleagues who were studying with her at the university. So when we arrived here, the first person that we met, it was her friends or her colleagues at university. Yeah. It was, I don't know how can I explain it, because nowadays, okay, you have a lot of more opportunities now just to work or get a job easily, I would say. Because I remember I attend 30, I always say that I attend 32 interviews.
32.
To get a job, yeah.
To get a job, general job, not in your area.
No, professional.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not that, it wasn't that easy that you have now, because I don't know, but in my country, when you have contacts in any company, you know, or your parents are working with one company, you know you're gonna work in that company when you study in the university or something like that. But I didn't have that. Probably that opportunity in Venezuela. So in my case was when I finished the university, I just started looking for internship. So in the internship, I just got my first job. After the internship, I stayed with them as an engineer. So for those people who came with us from Venezuela, probably they have more money than me, and they did in Venezuela. They have this opportunity. If your parents are working with that company, they know they're gonna work later in that company. So when they arrive here, they just have this challenge, as you say, to looking for a job, and it was difficult for them because they didn't looking for a job in Venezuela.
Further, yes.
Because their parents find a job for them. So in my case, in Venezuela, I just find my job. So I got used to attend interviews and all these things. So when I started with the interviews here, it was not easy for me, but it was familiar. So it's different than when you haven't have any interview than when you have interview when you come from Venezuela, whatever you are coming. So in this case, I could say at the beginning it was really hard to find or to develop here, just to find an opportunity, because as I told you at the beginning, I didn't see any crane. So I didn't know the market here about construction or about engineering in general. So I started to visit some recruitments, but the all the time say, look, you need a visa, and all the time, no, you need a visa, we won't provide a visa and all these things. So I had after that, after I got my first job, I had probably an argue with those recruitments, because after that it was looking for me, and I said, look, I pop up in your office once and you told me I need a visa, so I won't go with you at all. So it's no revenge, it's because I just need an opportunity in that time.
Yes.
So it's I feel it's unfair for the people who are looking for a visa or some sponsorship, and they just say no, you're not, or even they just never answer. That's is different when they just contact you and they say, oh, okay, you need a visa, but yeah, I'm gonna keep in touch if there's some people who are looking for a job, like opportunity for you or something, and they can make a visa for you. It's different when you have, but it's I feel it's because I'm not Irish. Probably they have this communication, but I'm coming from a country where we need a better answer. Like, no, look, we are probably in the future. You can send me the CV, and I can just get a company who provides sponsorship and all these things. So to getting into the market was difficult because I don't have any contact here. Like I could say all the time, I admire Brazilian because they have this community and they can talk to you. They can just have communication. Probably before they came here, they just call you, look, how we can get a job in there. Okay, you have the contacts, you have this community that you have in Instagram and here as well in YouTube. But in that time, no, nobody could tell me anything. Like, look, we don't need it. So that was my first year. It was so frustrated. But I found another job. It wasn't professional, but I found it was in a manufacturing company, which they just, the bills that you receive at home, the bills from internet, electricity. It was a company who put all those bills into an envelope and sent to the GPO.
Yeah.
My job was on a desk, just putting bills in envelopes. That's all. It was that was my job.
And during this time, you were working with your current visa, the student visa that allowed you to work. Okay.
The student visa, because in that time the country allowed you to work.
Yes.
Full-time. Yeah. So I was working because we are studying as well for 8 months. 8 months.
6.
6 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, I have 6 months just to work full time. So
yeah, that was the good times.
yeah. It was good. It was good to save money.
Yeah.
But to working as a professional. So at the end of that was my beginning here in Ireland.
And how many times did you renew your English course? You did just the first year, or you renew a few times?
No, because it was my first year was I would say 2014.
Okay.
So at the end of 2014 wasn't the market that as big as it was in 2016. So it was just growing up a little bit, just step by step. I saw some cranes here, but no, like I wanted to see. And I continued working in that company. I spent there probably a year and a half. So yeah, because my first job, professional job, was in 2016, as I remember. So while I was working in that company, I was a student. So I was so in that time. Remember, in that time was 3 years, not 2 years like now. So you can renew your visa twice.
Yes.
When you arrive, and 2 more. So I could spend 3 years here, but I found a job when I had 2 years and a half or something. So at the beginning, my first month here, I just attend the class, the English course, because as I told you, when I arrived here, I didn't know anything about English, nothing at all. I improved a little bit my English 6 months, and after I just let's go for looking for a job. At least I understand and everything. So you learn more while you are working. No, on the so it
Yes,
was that was my first year.
that's
Anyway,
good.
yeah,
Well done for this, because I can imagine that wasn't easy and was a huge challenge every day for you, especially like for all of us because we are from abroad.
yeah,
And when you got your first job in your area, you said so you worked on the manufacturing company with the envelopes for a year and a half, is that?
yeah.
And then you got your first job after a lot of interviews. That is a good thing as well. You never give up. That's important. Well done too.
Always I was checking the market. All that when I arrived here, I was checking the market. And I said, no, this is not the time to looking for a job. No, this is not the time. So I just, yeah, this is the time. But yeah, I never give up.
That's great. That's great. And what exactly was your first impression when you start working your first job as an engineer? Do
I
you remember?
fe- I felt like it was because my first job wasn't like an engineer. It was in construction, but not as an engineer. It was like a QS. And it was I will tell you at the end of this story because it was 4 months. I spent 4 months just to get a job, just every day, just trying to get into the market or trying to convince someone to get a job.
Opportunity.
This I spent 4 months just to. That's why I'm telling you I attend 32 interviews because I went to recruitment first. They say no, we never provide, we haven't provided any visa and we won't. So don't looking for a job in this recruitment. But I was walking, I was in city, just walking in, visiting all the recruitments, not just by email. Um, so I realized,
Knocking all the doors,
yes,
literally.
yes,
Well done.
and I realized that wasn't the way. So I learned in that time, no, this is not a way just to looking for a job. So I just gonna start to send emails. So I start to send emails. Look, I'm looking for a job. If you have the opportunity, this is my CV. Whatever. I just make a lot of CVs or cover letters just to show them. Look, I'm coming from Venezuela. Whatever. So that wasn't the way either. I realized no, this is not the way. So I spent a lot of time just trying to get the best way to get the first job because after you get into the market, that is easy, but the first job is this difficult one. And I start to call the company. That was my that's how I got my job because I just decided no, I need to call the company because recruitment doesn't work. So I say, look, I just am getting into the internet. What is the 100 top companies in Ireland? I start to call them. Look, I'm still engineer. I'm calling you because I don't know if you need an engineer, but I'm here in Ireland. I'm here in Dublin, so I just want to get an opportunity to work here in Ireland because. So I told them before. Well, I call many times different companies, the top companies here in Ireland. They say it didn't work properly because I was calling them and explaining them. Okay, look, this is my background and all, and no, it wasn't the best way just to approach to them. So the thing was, I started to call them and say, look, you need engineers or not? And they say, no, we are okay now. Okay, bye. Boom. Next one. Look, are you looking for engineers or not? No. So that was easier because I was tired to send CVs and CVs by email. So few companies just told me, look, we are not looking for engineers, but we are looking for QSs. And that's why I say probably I could try, and I just start to check what the QS doing here. I say, okay, let me check here, and I start to student again, or what they are doing, whatever. You say, I could do it. So I start to looking for as a QS, and
that was the moment that you find out that your civil engineer background could be different jobs in Ireland.
yes.
Okay.
So I say, okay, let me call these companies. I could say 20 companies, and 2 of them told me, look, we are interested in QSs, in junior QSs, and yeah, just come here and we're gonna have an interview face to face. I remember I was so nervous, but just to I remember this interview was in beside Tree Arena. They have a hotel where they have places for interviews. I don't know. I didn't know that, but they have a cafe where there are a lot of tables where you can just have an interview or make meetings in there with other people around you. And they call me, look, we are interested in whatever your background. I say, okay, that's fine. I will show up in tomorrow at 10. I don't remember what was the specific day, but they called me, and it was a girl, and she told me, look, it's gonna be myself and the senior QS of the company, because the company is from Limerick. So they were working here, and they said, look, the senior QS is going to interview you, and myself. So, okay, that's fine. I just show up in that time at 10, I remember. And it was just the senior QS, the interview. I said, okay. And I read also, the companies here in Ireland, they just, I don't know why, but they love when you know about the company. They are just excited to hear that you know about the company. So I check what the company is doing in that time, what they are doing. I read everything since when they arrive here in Ireland, because they are from UK. And I just he started to ask me, what's your background, and I explained, look, I was doing this. I learned because I don't remember how many times I explained my background in Venezuela, or what I did in Venezuela. So it was so fluent. Like, no, I did this one, this. Okay. Well, that's good. The thing that I'm gonna tell you now is what we are doing. I just stop here and say, look, I know what you are doing. I know what the company doing, where they are based, everything. I check on the internet, and I know everything what you are doing now. And you are doing this project at the moment, and probably you are calling me for this project in Dublin because that's the only one that you have here. He say, that's good. I like it. No, I don't have nothing to say. If you have questions, he told me that if you have questions, actually no, because I know what what's the company doing. So no, I don't have any question. The question is just if I'm gonna start, when I'm gonna start. Oh, we are interviewing some people, so we are telling you in a few days. That's fine. Yeah, the interview was 45 minutes. It was short. I just came home, and next day, the human resources, the girl that called me, she called me next day in the morning. Oh, hello, Adriel. What do you think about your interview yesterday? I say, I think it was good because you are calling me, and it's really, really weird that you are calling me just to tell me the interview was bad. So I think was okay. She starts to laughing because I call her her name. I don't remember her name, but yeah. If one day she just watched this video or this interview, she will remember. Her name was Donna. So
Donna.
I call her Miss Donna because I didn't know in this time if she was married or not. It just for me it was Miss Donna. So she told me, no, yeah, we're gonna hire you. Yeah, when can you start? And I told her, look, I could start on Monday. Oh, fine. I'll meet you there in on Monday in this point. And she told me. And after that, it was, how can I explain her? I need a visa.
She didn't knew that part yet.
No, but I didn't know anything about visa.
Okay.
So in all my investigation that I did in Ireland, probably people don't know it, but revenue doesn't have communication with Irish immigration office. So you can just start to work. The only thing that they are requesting is just taxes. So that's the only thing. They, even if you gonna renew your visa or everything in the immigration office, they gonna ask you about revenue stuff, revenue papers and all this thing. So I realized they don't have communication. So I just told her, look, I can start like an internship because I cannot show on my payslip or anything taxes. So I just want to wait for immigration office just answer because I need to send a letter to tell them where I'm working. Because in other way, I'm not from here, I'm from Venezuela, and they need to know where I'm working. Okay, just let's send the paper. And the paper was the visa, the application visa. And I saw, just sign here. And she signed, okay, send it. But
So basically, you did the process for your visa.
yeah. I make everything. So when she received the visa 2 months after, because I told her, don't pay me. I just gonna make an internship, and after you will see if I'm good in whatever I'm doing or not. So it's up to you. You say, okay, that's fine. I can't report any taxes because I need that letter
From the immigration office.
before I just start with the taxes. He said, that's fine. So when she received the paper from the immigration office, she told me, but Adriel, this is a visa. I say, yeah, but any company just doing it, and I just decide to do by myself. I say, okay, fair enough. And she told me that day when I received the visa, she told me, and these 2 months, we're gonna pay you by bonus, so don't worry about it. I said, I breathed in that. I said, oh, I got it. Because nobody knows it.
And 2 months actually was a good time at that moment, isn't it?
Sorry?
In 2 months you got your visa. That was quicker if you think about it, because a few years ago was taking around 6 months, 7 months, and if you got in 2 months was quick for that year, let's say.
I think so. It's because they spent 6 months because they didn't know about visas. So they are requesting papers and okay, well, paper here, paper there. But they didn't know about visa. So I made my application. So it didn't have mistakes because I did it. I knew it was really really perfect because I double checked it, and the only thing that I need in that time was the name of the company, the taxes the taxes number, and her signature. That's all.
Okay.
So, because I just check on their website. You have to put some stuff from the company, like address of the company. I don't know the proper name, LTD, whatever they use. What else? And the other stuff, yeah, this her signature or signature from someone, and that's all. It's just that's why I just the other stuff is about you, about your passport, your whatever.
Yes.
It's just a book.
Yes.
Remember,
Yeah.
big one. So that was my feeling when I just get my first job. Like finally,
you can breathe again. Yes.
Oh my god. But yeah, that was my first company, and I still have contact with them anyway.
And what was your, like, because you said you were working there as a QS, but what was the area of the company? Was a construction or
But
was
scaffolding company.
a what? Sorry,
Scaffolding company.
scaffolding company. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
And for me, the first question that you say was how I feel when I getting into that company, and it was, I feel for me was so easy. All the process about scaffolding and all these things, because when you have that background from South America, you are doing more stuff over there. So I feel that was so easy, because it's a scaffolding company. They have a record, they have a template what the scaffolding they are making, like I could say bird cage scaffold. I don't know, a lot of different scaffold, and they have the price depend of the height of the scaffold. One price is until 1.5 meters. After 1.5 meters, they have another price, and it was measured by cubic meters. So
I like to do this question exactly because I'm expecting this answer, like, because I, as you were saying about your experience in Venezuela, I understand it's quite similar as Brazil. And our background from our countries, we do so many things in one job position that
yeah,
when we arrive in Ireland and we got a job, it's just one thing that you need to do. So as a QS, you were doing just spreadsheets and some estimators quotation
estimations, yeah.
estimations quotations. So it's good to show that for everyone who is watching our video, because that's the main thing that I'm trying to break here every week, that we have so many knowledge, so much background, that when we arrive in Ireland we can do it, and we
Yeah,
need to believe on that. So it's good that you're saying it was the same for you,
yeah,
because I think that's our big fear when we arrive in a different country. We are
yeah,
always afraid to not be, let's say, good enough, but actually we are better in a good
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
That's
I could say no better. I won't tell that that we are better. But anyway, it's just too we have too much knowledge from our job in Brazil than and your if you
better
are
than we think, not
yeah,
better than them,
yes,
better
yes,
than we think.
yeah, we are better than we thought when we arrived here. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, that's the thing. When I just start doing, I say, these are my duties. Just that. I say, yeah. Just that. I say, okay. I spent with them probably 2 years. 2 years, and they told me, could you come with us to Limerick? I said, there's a lot of opportunities here in Dublin, so I just prefer stay here. And say, okay, that's fine. It's just, but yeah, that was my first company, or the first company where I was working. It was
So
over there.
after these 2 years working with them, you can say it was easier for you to get the second opportunity, because you still need a visa, right? When you
Yes,
change, but it was easier that time.
Yes,
after the
because
first one?
when they told me we are coming back to Limerick, they gave me like 2 months probably. They told me 2 months in advance to get a job. So in that case, it's easier for me just to get a job or just choose a company or get a company who provide visas. So when, as I told you, once you are in the market, the other thing are easy. You find your networking is bigger than you when you arrive here in Ireland. Everybody knows your job, how you are doing it. So you create contacts as well. Oh no, I'm moving to this company, and my first job was in Covanta. You know it? You know where is it? No. You know the incinerator that you can see from Dunleary. It's a big one in Dublin Port.
I think so.
It's big. It's huge. It's big. You know the chimneys that you
Yes.
have. So beside of the chimneys, you have a big incinerator that they put the waste to convert in energy. Yeah. So the name
It's
is
there.
Covanta. Yeah.
Covanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pulvec. It's in Pulvec Peninsula, that project. So a lot of companies were working over there because it was a complex. Um, the name of the company or the main company who hired the other company to build it was I don't remember well, but they are from UK. They are Japanese as well. Hitachi Soin Innova. You know that company?
Haikashi.
Hitachi, yeah,
I know them.
yeah.
Yes.
So they built it.
Okay.
They hired this company as scaffolding, but they have, as I told you, my networking just grew up because of the other companies who were there.
Yes.
Like, okay, there is a company. It was Jones Engineering as a civil part structure. I don't remember well who was doing the structure, but yeah, I don't know. A lot of companies. I could say more than 15.
We're working together over there. So you had a lot of networking over there.
Yeah, so when I left that project, I just start working in Shannon Valley.
Okay.
So Shannon Valley, I spent probably 2 years more in Shannon Valley or 3 years. I don't remember well, but
But in Shana Valley, you're still working as a QS or you?
that's a good one because I was hired by a QS, but I was doing also the engineering thing because normally because that time when I was with Shannon Valley, they didn't have that quantity of engineers that they have now. They have probably, I don't know, probably 5 engineers. So I asked to the manager and say, can I get a GPS just in case you need something in one of the projects that I'm taking care? I could do it. Say okay. So because I had a van, they just gave me the GPS and I was doing practicing, checking the GPS how it works, and yeah, I just learned a lot. In general, if they need something, no, I can do it. I just went to just checking the levels, put the coordinates and everything. So that's why I could say that's why I'm good on machines. I'm good on those machines and GPSs, total stations.
So you took that opportunity to learn more about different areas and
Yeah,
improve your knowledge. That's great.
yes, and I was doing both jobs, like both positions, like a QS
Best and setting outing.
engineer. So it was good because if I need volumes, for example, I just calculate by myself. I didn't
need to wait for someone.
For the engineer is in another place, so I need the volume of this one or the location of this one. I say, okay, I can do it. Boom, 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 boom. Just go. And I start to make the as-built as well. Just okay, I can do the as-built. I can do this one. I can do this one. So
was that your first time doing like setting out and working with the total station, or did you work before?
Let me see. No, just at university.
Okay.
So they gave me the opportunity to get a GPS. So that's why I started to investigate about it. Like I didn't just hold GPS and I say, okay, how can I do it? And I just getting into the screen and say, okay, probably this one. No, I just watch videos. How can I use it? What is the product? From what this come from? I just sent an email to the company. How can I do this one, this, because I need it. They answer me. So it was just investigation. No, just have the GPS. Okay, what I gonna do? No, it just okay. I have it. Let's get how to use it. So yeah, Shannon Valley gave me that opportunity to get the GPS totalization. I have a license to fly the drones as well. So yeah, it was a huge college for me just to getting into this system about totalization and GPS. And I'm still learning as well. So in every project that I arrive, I know I need to make the surfaces for all the roads, and it's easy for me if I shows to the workers, look, you can just do this, and you can check the level. So they obviously they know how to read the drawings, and they say, okay, the elevation of the road is this one. So we need 60 mil plus 40 plus 300. So they know the levels using the GPS, and I don't need to be there. So they are working by themselves because I know they have the surfaces in the GPS and total state. Well, they're working with the GPS anyway. But yeah,
Did you realize you just told me that you have a superpower as well?
For what?
Learning by yourself. Because at the beginning you said you didn't have the intelligence to learn another language, but you had the superpower and the intelligence to learn different machines by yourself. So
it's just investigation. It's like
yeah, but it's not for everyone as well, because if I already tried to learn how to use the total station, I'm terrible. So you have your superpower too. I just want to bring this, like, to give you this.
we have the superpower to investigate it.
Yeah,
we have to investigate it. If you need something, you investigate about it.
we're gonna find out. Yeah,
you want fairly for the community that you have. For example, they just investigate about who is like I investigate when I arrive here. Who is the person who gonna provide all the information or show me the way to get my job? I didn't have that one, so I just took my way and I just get it. But the thing is about us is just investigate about it. Investigate what you need, or we need to do this one. How I'm gonna get it? Okay, investigate it. So that's our superpower. It's not.
But yeah, well done, because I know it's not easy, and a lot of people try to learn how to use the total station GPS by themselves, and they struggle a lot. So for you on that time, working by yourself, learning by yourself, that's a big achievement. So well done.
Thank you. Yeah, I just start to. I know they told me, the engineers that the company has in that moment, they say, oh, but it's easy, just get the GPS and just get it. Okay. But they didn't explain me because obviously they didn't have time.
Yeah.
When you arrive in any project here in Ireland, they are just lack of the time to show you what you have to do. So you have to investigate a little bit more and go more. That's why you just pass from a junior to intermediate and intermediate to senior. Like
Yes.
just investigating how I can reach there. How can I just improve my knowledge just to get there? What's the information that the company needs from me? Just to show them, and yeah, that's how it's everything about investigation. That's
Yeah.
our super.
Keep learning. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then you stayed at Channel Valley for almost 2 years as well?
Yeah, 2 or 3 years. 2 or 3 years.
Did
Yeah.
you work in a site in Donabate?
Of course, yeah.
So we worked together.
What size? It's because they have sizes.
Sample Woods.
I visit once. Yeah.
I was
I'll tell you what day or what season it was there. Probably
was around 2018, 2019, wasn't it?
2019. Yeah.
Yeah.
20. Yeah. I went there because they need some. I don't know. Probably the engineer that they have just quit, or it was a holiday, something like that, and they just told me, could you survey one water main that we are doing here? And say, okay, because I was working in Lusk, so I was so close. I say, okay, before you go to Lusk, could you come here and survey? And say, yeah, few days, like 3 days probably.
Okay. Yeah, I worked there as well.
Okay.
And it was one of the biggest sites that I worked with Channel Valley. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
And then?
When I was in, it was, let me see, from 2018 to 2021, probably. I work in Channel Valley, 18 or 2020. Sorry, 3 years.
Because then we had the COVID.
No, but during COVID, I work. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I quit, I think. Because after COVID, they called me, Adriel, you're going to your site is closed as a QS, but we have 3 sites that you can just take care as an engineer. I said, where are they? I said, no, they told me, one is in Lucan. The other one is Parkside. Do you know?
Southwest. No, it's not Southwest. It's near Malahide Road, isn't it? Yeah.
In front the Hilton?
Yes.
Yeah, Hilton Hotel. We have that one over there, and we have another one. Yeah, let me see. 1, 2. No, they have 2. They have 2 in front the Hilton. They have 1. I don't remember the name of that project, but beside of that project, they have another one, which the name was Parkside, and it was with care homes. And the project in front of the Hilton was with CISC. So they told me, okay, these 3, at least they would say 2 of them were close or by each other.
Yeah.
The other one was in Lucan. I say, okay, Lucan, no, it was Dublin 11. Don't remember the name properly, but yeah, it was in Dublin 11. So it was close. It wasn't too far.
Too far, yeah.
So.
But then you probably got the calls every 5 minutes. Can you come here? Can you go?
No, that was okay because it was just survey the services and what. was no bad. The problem was when they gave me 3 more projects.
So
So
6 together.
yeah, so one in Dalkey, and it was crazy. The other one was in Lost, but it was another one that they were starting. Suddenly, the project where I was working as a QS, they just opened. They say,
Okay.
okay, now you have 6. Because I think what happened was I was the only engineer with a license, or one of the engineer who has license, driving license. So I say, look, I'm missing some stuff in Lusk. I'm missing some stuff in Dalkey because I'm all the time taking the M50, just driving everywhere. So I said, no, this is not me. So I decided just to leave. Like I started I was starting to looking for a new job, and this company just called me and they say, "Look, you're gonna start with. You have an interview with these people." I say, "Okay, let me get the interview." Say, "Okay, you in." The day after the interview, they told me, "Look, you're gonna start with us. When can you start?" I say, "Okay." It may send the letter because I haven't told them just to. Okay, just tell them. I just told to my manager. I said, "Look, I quit. I'm just tired, just to driving everywhere." And say, "No, but now you're gonna take care about just 3 projects. These 3 projects." I say, "No, that's." I just decide to leave, and okay, and they say, "Okay, that's fine." And I started working with Fabio.
And when you got this job was to keep working as a site engineer. So
Yes, yes.
okay,
It was as an
not a
engineer.
QS.
No,
Any-
no, no. It was a full engineer as an engineer, uh,
Okay.
and I just left my duties about QS because
QS.
hey, it was fine, but I knew, I don't know, probably no, but what I learned when I was working as a QS, I need a degree in this field to get like a senior.
Yes.
So if you don't student, if you don't get knowledge about, or if you don't go to the university to get knowledge about QSs and all these things, you will keep going well, but at one point you're gonna stop. Like everybody just okay, no, but you don't have this degree, and we just gonna give the opportunity to someone else, and all these things happen. So I decide, no, I have my degree as a civil engineer, so I just gonna continue this field. So that's why I just decide to just working as a civil engineer full time.
And how is for you working on sites nowadays, being outside on amazing Irish weather? What is your big challenge?
uh, Now we I left that company where I was working with Fabio probably one a year ago, or it was in January 2023. I decided to come, or looking for something close to my house. Yeah, we bought a house here in Lake Sleep, and I started looking for a job close to my house, because also I had a daughter. It's a small one, so I remember when I was working in Dalkey, I spent 3 hours in traffic, and I said no. When I left my house, my daughter was sleeping because it was a baby, and when I just arrived at home, she was sleeping as well. So I said, no, this is too can be it can be like that. So I need to play with my daughter. I need to see her every day, and that's I say no. That's I need to looking for another company. And I asked to the managers, and they say no, we don't have any project close to your house. I say yeah, okay, I'm leaving. And that's why I just started in this company. I'm working now in Kilcock. It's 345 houses. Is the I think the biggest that they have in that town. And now we are in phase 4. That's the last houses that we are building. Now it's okay. It's fine. Not the time busy. It's just I get used to the weather of Ireland. If it's raining, I just put a jacket and just go out. If it's raining heavy, I prefer just don't work or work in the office because don't work outside. Just work in the office. I'm just doing as builds or something. I'm always doing something. But when they ask me, could you come here, and the project is probably half kilometer. It's huge. So they ask me sometimes, could you come here and mark so and so? I said no. It's raining hard, and the GPS doesn't work with that. So the screen and no, it's no. I can mark now. Okay. I just wait till the rain is gone and just go.
After
But
a few years, we feel more confident to say no, right?
yeah, because I know how we know because you have experience here, you know how they work, and if
Yes,
they are doing that one, they probably get another thing to do.
yes,
So it's not a problem. But those equipment are so expensive just to lose in one rain. So no, they say okay, that's fine. But when I have a chance, just I do it. Sometimes when I take holidays or something, just a couple of days, because I'm the only one here, on the site, I just left everything done. I prefer just leaving everything done the day before, or it was on Friday, for example. I just mark some datums. Look, from here you're gonna go 2 meters lower. This is the pin for the foundations and all these things. So they are okay about it. So now it's busy, but it's fine because you know what you wanna do. Like it's no, you are no. Oh, probably the manager will say something about what I'm doing, or no, you are not worried about it. You know what you're gonna do. You know how to do the stuff, and that's all. It's just the process.
yes,
Still learning about softwares because if you don't learn about the software, you are just stand up in the back.
yes.
Everybody just left behind you, and I just still I want to get my license for the drone again, just have it. It's necessary anyway. But yeah, um I'm okay with what I'm living now because it's easy. It's easy for when you have knowledge, when you know what to do.
That's good.
Yeah,
And it's a big achievement. All your progress, all the jobs that you got, all the knowledge that you're getting from company to company. And I know you and Fabio, you to help other people as well with that, right? You to share your knowledge. You give some trainings, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We are in training for people. It's because the Spanish speaker are no. That's why I say all the time, your community is so big here, and you help a lot each other. The way, and sometimes I don't have people. I say, look, Fabio. you're gonna do the course by yourself, because I don't have a Spanish, or nobody is interested to do the course in Spanish. And sometimes he say, "Oh, are you able to do in English?" And I say, "Yeah, I can do it in English." "Okay, I have someone who wants to do in English because he's rush. He gonna start on Monday." I say, "Yeah, okay, I can do it." But he's always providing people just to me, and yeah. Sometimes, or major of the time, yeah, sometimes I just tell the people who just came to my Instagram, they say they are looking for a course as well. I say, "But are you a Portuguese speaker?" I say, "Yes." "Okay, yeah." I show the Fabio's number, and they just keep in contact with him. And Fabio is the same. Like, if they speak Spanish, okay, you can come with Adriel, and yeah, it's just this. I don't know. It's just because we have this knowledge, we can just share and say, "Look, I wanted to have this knowledge when I arrived here, and that's why I'm just sharing and all these things, how to do it." And it's a good opportunity just to get a job, because all the jobs here as engineers or junior or whatever, they need totalization. So
Yes.
in our country, we are more inspectors and how to they are doing, or QA or something, just to inspect if the stuff are doing well or not. So here is different. It's also QA, but it's also the totalization, the control of all the technical stuff of the project, and that's really I like more this way, because in Venezuela, in South America, we have topographers. Uh, you just have to believe them. Like, okay, if they do bad, you just need to believe them. You don't know if they are calculating something bad. You just
Right. Yeah.
so here, if the problem, if there's a problem, it's because of you. It's no, you can blame anyone. It's just no, it was the topographer. Oh, it wasn't. No, it's everything by you, and you have the
We need
control.
to double check everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like it, because you have the control of all the project, all the technical stuff.
Yes. No, I asked about the training that you and Fabio gave because I think it's important for those who want to do it and didn't know. I'm
Oh yeah.
sorry, didn't know that it is an option to do it in Spanish and English with you. So for those ones who are looking for setting out training, total station course, and everything, you can try to find Adriel on this Instagram here because it's you and Fabio are like partnerships, right? You two work together doing this training, so it's someone that I'm always
Yeah,
talking about
we start
here.
we start together
Yeah,
to provide this course. I remember he told me one day and say, "Yeah, let's do it." We create the control points and everything. We set up the where we're gonna provide it, and yeah, we start. At the beginning, it was just 2, 3 people, but after that, yeah, a lot of people just come and say, "Look, I need a course. I need this knowledge." Because they are requesting all the time when I attend a meeting, they are requesting, well, totalization. So, okay, it's just, but
yeah,
yeah,
no, it's important. It's a big way to start, so it's good that you guys are doing that. So for
yeah.
those ones who are looking for, try to find this Instagram. And as you said about the community, your community is not that big as we are creating here. Adriel, you are more than welcome to create your own community here as well. So you are more than welcome to come back anytime you want. Invite all your friends, and we can start to improve and connect each other because we are here and we work together. So we need each other. So anytime, feel free. The U.engineer will be always with the doors open for you. If you think there is something new that we can share, I will be more than happy to have you anytime. Okay. So
just one question for you. When do you arrive here in Ireland?
I arrived in 2016.
Okay, okay.
So when you start working, I was arriving in the country.
Okay, okay. Well, it
Yeah.
was a time because there is a lot of opportunity when you arrive. So it was growing up all this.
Yeah, but for me, I was exactly the opposite. I was trying to go away from engineering. So I didn't want to know about engineering when I arrived in Ireland. I just want to know about like learn the language and do anything. So I worked as cleaner, housekeeping, babysitting. I work in coffee shop. I work in events selling beer. So I didn't want to know about engineering at that time, and
Okay.
I just started looking for a job after a year and a half, something like that. When I,
Yeah,
yeah,
but it was your college. When you are working in these places, you have to communicate
yeah,
everything, talk, and yeah, it was a challenge as well. So it's not that easy. But now
no,
here, so
oh, I,
connecting everybody with the
yeah.
correct that you.
When I arrived, I was just trying to have a break because I worked as the engineer on the engineering market since 2005. So I
Okay,
start college and I start work at the same time.
okay,
So when I went to Ireland in 2016, I was working for 11 years already. So I said, I
okay,
need a break. I don't
okay.
want to know about engineering. And now here we are talking about engineer again, leaving engineering again and trying to help others to get back on the market. But yeah, but I was need that break. But it was good. It was important for me to realize that I still love engineering,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Just something in your heart say no, you have to take this way. Yeah, that's
Yes,
good. That's good.
exactly.
And
Exactly.
yeah, that's why I admire your community, how you growing up, because you help each other. In between your group that you have on Instagram, they help each other as well. So pop up some opportunities for something. So that's what I need when I arrive here.
Yeah.
Like someone who show me the best way just to get the opportunity. But it wasn't any community like you have now.
Yet, yeah. No, when I start as well. So that's why I start the project, because when I start working, I thought I cannot be the only Brazilian engineer working in Ireland because I'm not the best one in the world. So I definitely will find other ones working, because if I got an opportunity, there is others,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
And then we start this community and we build all this like my idea of the project started in 2018 actually, but I just really I took everything out from the paper. I don't know if it's that way to say, but I just start working on that in 2020 because of the COVID. So it took me 2 years to,
Plenty time at home just to. Okay,
yes.
gotcha,
And
gotcha.
I was need the courage to start, because I wasn't feeling ready. And then in 2020, I said, okay, let's do it. And
Okay,
now we are here.
yeah.
Happy
That's
days.
congrats for that. Congrats for that. Yeah, you have
Thank you. You're part of that. You're
a
definitely part of that.
good community, and I really like that from Brazilians that. For example, my wife consume everything from Brazil. Like if she going to for the I don't know, she get the
Yeah.
hair, prepare everything. She consume everything from your community here in Ireland, and I love this thing, the cakes and everything, the sweets that you prepare. I don't remember the name, but I love it, and all the time when I consume your stuff. But you have a good community here, and you are growing up well. Like I didn't know about this thing that you have, the bridge something you
Building
told.
bridges.
Yeah, you told me, but I thought it was just for in Portuguese because I don't understand Portuguese at all.
I know. No, but it will be in English as well. The building bridge will be. It's an event that happens. It's gonna be for the third year now,
Okay,
and
once a
it's what
one-
say again? Date
once a year.
once a year. Yes,
Okay,
it's gonna be on the 26th of May. It's a Sunday. And the
okay,
idea on the first year was just Portuguese, 100% Portuguese. The name of the event was Brazilian Networking Event, something like that. And then on the second year, I changed the name for Building Bridge because the main idea is to build this bridge between the Brazilian community and the Irish market.
yeah, I got the idea since I saw it. Yeah,
Yes. But then I realized on last year event, I realized that exactly what we are talking here, there are different communities who doesn't have the same opportunity or the same structure that the Brazilian community have, and it's not fair because the main idea of the event is to help each other.
yes,
So last year we did a few presentations only in English. So was the main room was only in English. So everybody who was speaking there, all the guest speakers, they are talking English. And this year we will not have the main room, but I'm gonna ask for the professionals who will be in different rooms to try to do their own speech in English as well.
okay,
Just if they don't feel comfortable, then probably they will speak in Portuguese. But the main idea is for them to speak in English because we're going to have a few companies over there. So even the recruiters and the companies will be over there. They need to understand what we are talking about. So we need to talk in English because to build this bridge, we need to speak the main language. And the main language, it is English.
yeah. The
So
idea.
you are more than welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, the idea is just to work here anyway, just to find a lot of connection, but here in
Yeah.
English. Uh,
Yes, exactly.
I know it's the Brazilian community is big, and actually I spoke with someone, as I remember, they say you can be here in Dublin and you don't need the English at all. You find a Portuguese speaker anywhere that you go. I say, yeah, that's interesting. It's yeah, at least they help each other anyway.
Yeah.
Uh, it's a good one. But yeah, that's
But
my
these,
story.
yeah, no, and this is good and bad at the same time
Why?
because it's good because if you are desperate and you don't know how to say something or you need a help and you don't speak the English language, you can just scream help in Portuguese and someone will help you. But in another way, sometimes we get comfortable because there are Brazilians everywhere. So you don't need to speak Portuguese. You don't need to speak English. You can just speak Portuguese. And
Yeah,
then sometimes people stay in the country for 2, 3, 5 years and they don't know how to speak English. So it's good and bad on the same way. So
yeah,
we need to find a balance,
yes,
because I know my English is not perfect, but I'm trying to speak as much as I can, and that's the only way to learn. So, and the main thing is like we cannot be afraid to fail or to say something wrong. So I said a lot of things wrong during this conversation here, but I'm
oh, that's the way to getting into the market anyway. Uh,
yes,
it is I could say few days ago I was in a meeting with the owner of the company where I'm working, and he said he always say when he talked to me, he always say, Adriel, because I'm no engineer, I could you do this one or could you know, or he say, yeah, you can do it, or you can, but all the time it's funny because all the time when he talked to me he said, Adriel, I'm no engineer, just can you fix this, can you do this one, this, and so he I know they don't know the stuff, but they just take care, obviously, about the money and if the project is doing well or not. But it's funny because as he's telling me, look, Adriel, I'm no engineer, and probably we have the same feeling that he has when we communicate something in English. Like, I'm not. So we are trying to speak not perfectly, but clearly.
Yes.
So
In a way that we can keep a communication.
yeah, that's the main thing. Anyway, they
Yes.
they understand and don't feel anybody who is watching this meeting here. Don't feel afraid just to communicate all your stuff, all your background, and they will. The good thing about Irish, they will find a way to understand. Like, oh, probably you could say this, or they just ask you what do you say, and you could repeat in another way. But the people don't need to be afraid about talking about the background, their background, because that I can talk about my background. It's funny when people just come to you and say, oh, could you make my CV? I say, I could help you to do your CV, but you know what you did in your country, you know what is your experience, and
Yes.
you need to develop all or explain perfectly what you did. Sometimes we can't find the specific word just to say something, but we are trying to put our experience there. Uh, so the people who's watching this meeting, so don't be afraid to put mistakes
Yes.
because they will realize you are not, or they know you are no English speaker, so they will try to understand what you're saying.
Yes. Adriel, before we go through the comments, we have a few comments over here, but I want to do my question, last question. Let's say,
Yeah.
what will be your tip or your, how is the word? I forgot. Let's say tip for the other Adriel who is watching this video nowadays and doesn't know how to start or what will be the first step to go if he's looking for an opportunity in Ireland. What
Oh,
is
to
yes.
break that barrier that they have
Yes.
right here. I could tell them some tips, not just one. The first one that you could do is call companies. Don't If a recruitment is watching this video, don't take it wrong, but that was the best way that I did and got it. Just call companies, because normally the recruitment doesn't have these skills just to provide a visa. So it's much better just to call the company, and in this call, the company will know if you know English or not. They will realize some stuff. They will know if you speak English well, if you have good communication, at least. Uh, they they will notice that you are really interested in one position, and also you will know if they need an engineer. If they don't need an engineer, don't send your CV. So that's that's so simple. So just call them. Look, are you looking for an engineer? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna send your CV. What's the best way just to send your CV? And they're gonna give you, or they're gonna provide the specific email address where you can send them. Don't send random, like, oh, this is the company emails. They send the email and you are saying probably one email that they have in their website that they don't use or something like that. So if you call them, you will know specifically what email they are using to receive the human resources, where they receive all the CVs and all the information. The other tip is, depend of the opportunity that you are looking for. If you are checking something as a site engineer or a project engineer or something about engineering, try to explain better that you can work with AutoCAD, or probably you know how to make as-built, but you don't know. I don't know if everybody knows what I mean. As-built is just a drawing that you make, or the engineers make when everything is done. So all the surveys that we make on site, we receive normally a drawing, a design drawing, but in some cases we move the stuff. So imagine we are doing manholes, pipes, water main, whatever. For any reason, we move those stuff. So that's the drawing where, when we move it, that's the drawing that the government or Irish Water want to receive it. So when you survey, after you survey, you put whatever is done on site. So that's the drawing that these people want to check. It's easy. So probably people who is using AutoCAD, they know, but they don't know, they know.
Yes.
If you put on your CV, that will be a big help to get a opportunity, because here people or companies are looking for people who make as-built. So it's a lot, but they all the time when you check the positions, they are just you make as-builts, you make the surveys and all these things. So that's another tip. And the last one, probably just get, if you don't know how to use the totalization, just call us and we're gonna help you.
Yes.
It's important.
That one again. That's a big one.
Yeah.
True. Let me
Just
see the comments. Go for it. Let me
no,
see the comments.
just 3 tips. So that's okay.
Yeah. So we have. I'm gonna start for the first one. Adriel was just asking if the live will be just in English, and then I reply you already saying yes.
Okay.
Then we have another one here asking. He said this profile is from his son, so let me see what he's asking. I would like to know if it's a good idea to go with family to Ireland, if the salary is enough to support the good life.
If good idea too. That's depend of how you're gonna come. If you're gonna looking for a professional position, because if you come into looking for a normal job where you receive the minimum salary, probably that this is not the country just to come, because it's too expensive at the moment.
True.
If that's the answer, I say I don't know.
Yeah, no, and I believe like if he wants to move with his family, it's better for him to try to get a job from where he's from originally. Try to see if he got an opportunity from there, because normally the companies they help you to move with your family, but there is a big but. You need to have some specific knowledge. So you probably need to be someone with a different thing or a knowledge that will give you a plus to make the company choose you and do all this moving with your family. Or you can come first, try to get a job, try to get a visa, and then after that, when you are settled, you can bring your family. I think that will be the 3 answers for this question, right?
Yeah.
Basso is here saying, Miss Pelayo, Pelayo, Number one of Glen Bay, construction.
He was the number one. You know that.
Danny, it's here saying hello, everyone. Don't forget to give your like. Yes, please, guys, like and share this live stream. Luquinhas is saying, hola, Adriel, eres un guerreiro. Tienes una historia muy bonita. Felicidades, amigo. Un fuerte abrazo de Inglaterra.
Gracias.
Luquinhas is trying to make me feel uncomfortable speaking Spanish on the live stream. Thank you, Lucas.
Portuguese speaker can understand more Spanish than Spanish Portuguese. I think, because I have some friends who speak Spanish from Brazil, and it's because, I don't know, probably correct me if I'm wrong, but they say he tried to speak Spanish because Brazil is the only Portuguese speaker in South America. So he told me, no, I just speak Spanish because all the countries around speak Spanish, obviously.
To be honest with you, I tried to learn Spanish when I arrived in Ireland. So I was doing English course and Spanish course, but that was too much for me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't keep doing both together, and then I give up. But maybe now, why not?
Yeah.
We can start to have a few live streams in Spanish.
Of course.
And then you be the host, and I'll be just watching and trying to learn a little bit with you.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Luis Paulo
is the first guest that you have here to speak who speaks Spanish? No.
You?
Yeah.
I think so. It's not the first one that I'm talking English, but I think you are the first one who speaks Spanish, because I had an Indian friend, Egyptian friend. I don't remember the other one, but I don't think he was from any Spanish country as well.
First one.
You are. And so LP, do you know him? You probably know him. He's always with Fabio as well. Luis Paulo.
Luis. Probably because you put nicknames, and I don't know if he has nicknames.
But he's saying congratulations, Adriel. It was really inspired. Well done.
So I hope a lot of people just learn from my experience. So that's why I just say the tips, because that's what I wanted to receive when I just start looking for a job here in Ireland.
Yes. Edixon Sarmiento. Well done, Adriel.
Thank you, Edixon.
Edixon.
He speaks Spanish.
Yeah. I was guessing because of the surname, Sarmiento.
Okay.
It's right, the pronunciation. Sarmiento.
Sarmiento, yeah.
Sarmiento. Rodolfo Pereira, another amazing interview. Well done, new engineer. Inspiring history shared by Adriel. Best of luck in your career and personal life.
Thank you very much. Probably he's here, so if you are doing you are developing your career here in Ireland, probably you will do
He's in
well.
England as well. He's in England as well. He works over there.
Where?
In England.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people from England, anyway.
Yes.
Well done. Anyway.
They start here in Ireland. Even Lucas and Rodolfo, they are a friend of mine. They start here in Ireland, and then they got a better opportunity in England, and now they are living over there. So
okay.
Yes. Carlos, no idea.
Carlos Weher, he's a friend.
Weher, okay. Hello to both. I have been enjoying this live so much. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you, Carlos. I'll meet you later.
Is he a Brazilian speaker or?
No, he's from Venezuela as well.
And is he an engineer?
No, he's a model.
Okay. I was almost inviting him to do the first live in Spanish with you.
No, he represent Venezuela in Mr. something here in Spain or something.
That's nice. Well done. Camila Siolfi. I never know how to say her surname. I think it's Siolfi. Well done, Adriel. Great life. Go Venezuela.
Thank
Well
you, Camila. I'll see you later as well. Go Venezuela.
Carlos is saying, I wish I could be an engineer, but la cabeça no me da para eso.
You understand that?
Yeah. Basso, Adriel, your friend Jubileu is missing you. Are you not moving to work with him? That's an internal joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Carlos, saludos desde Sierra Leona. Invite me para darlo todo. No idea.
I thought I was understand that, but anyway, I thought you was understand that.
No, para darlo.
It's a Spanish slang that we have. Anyway,
Okay.
don't
I
worry
think
about
it's something like he will come and he will talk about everything. That's what I understood, but I'm not sure if it's that.
it.
He will give his best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When
Okay.
you're doing your best, like when you're like what we are doing here, anyway. I'm doing my best as well, so just I'm
You're
just
amazing. It was amazing. This conversation was amazing. We are here almost 2 hours talking, and doesn't feel like.
Like, yeah, really.
So,
Almost
yeah.
10. Yeah, 8 to 10. Anyway, that's why I think you decide to make the live in YouTube, isn't it?
Yes.
Because they have more time, plenty time just to talk about it.
Yeah, and because on Instagram, the last ones I was doing on live stream, sometimes when the internet connection it's lost, I was losting losting all the content. So if my internet was low or something, and then the live stream goes off, I lost everything. So
Okay.
here, at least, if things like that happen, we still can come back and keep going, you know? So it's better this way.
Yeah, for sure.
And Carlos is saying, yes, to give my best show, comedy, craziness, but nothing about engineer because my head is not for that. I'm not as smart as you guys, but I can dance. Okay. So Carlos, I see you at Building Bridge event to dance, okay? 26th of May, put in your agenda. I want to see you there dancing because that's not just for engineers, it's for everybody. So you are more than welcome.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
He will find as we investigate more stuff in Ireland, probably he's gonna get something.
That's good. That's good.
Another one is one tip that I forgot is in Ireland they just believe in us. They just believe in the other people that we don't. Normally, we don't do it in South America. We don't believe in the people till they receive, oh, give me your degree, give me your whatever they have. But here in Ireland, probably you can just develop your career as if you are not an engineer or something, but you have knowledge specifically about any probably construction or IT or whatever. Probably you're gonna get something here in Ireland because more than the knowledge that you receive from the university, they need your experience or your expertise about something specifically. So that's a good thing. They believe in your in your work. Like
Yes.
if you say I don't know, an astronaut, so they will believe you and they're gonna give you 3 months
To prove.
Or to believe you if you are or not. So
That's true. That's true. I think the only moment they will ask you for any paper like to prove something is when you need to apply for the visa. And that's not even related with the job. It's more because the immigration officer wants all the documentation. That's it. But yeah, you definitely can get a job.
And another thing from my that interview when I got my first job was in my hometown. We received the diploma in goat skin. You know, the proper diploma is in goat skin.
Is what? Ah, okay. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So in my hometown, just in my hometown in Venezuela, we got this diploma. So I showed them here in my first interview, like, oh, this is my diploma, because everybody, when you're studying this career, everybody's just proud of themselves because oh, the diploma from my university somewhere where I'm come from, whatever. But when I show him the diploma, that diploma still have hair of the goat.
Yes.
Or he just saw that one and said, "Go, just keep it. Just save it. Put it out. I just need the translation. Just put it in your folder. Don't show me that one." So it was so funny because my girlfriend, when I arrived at home, my girlfriend told me, "But you don't know he's vegan." And I didn't know. I wanted to show it. That's all. Just
I'm proud of it. Come on.
But yeah, was
I think in Brazil a few years ago you had the opportunity to choose if you want like that on the skin or if you just want the normal paper. Nowadays I think it's just paper, but a few years ago we had this choice as well. It was good.
Okay.
There is just another two comments here. So Mateus is saying, great talk, Adriel. I was wondering if you use a regular number to call for the companies. Yes, right? Just the company websites.
Regular number, just tell me what it means for the regular number.
I understand because he's saying the company. So you probably just go through the websites and you got the number of the office and you call straight, isn't it?
Yeah, the human resources, yes. Yeah.
And Lucas is saying that I need to learn Spanish. Bea, necesitas aprender espanhol o llama a Adriel para hacer uns lives en español. Tengo amigos que quieren hacer España.
That's good. Well, it's up to you. I can.
No, you already have the invite. We just need to start booking the live streams from now.
Yeah, for
that
me,
would be amazing. To be honest, I really think will be an amazing thing. We can talk about it later, but it's a nice idea.
That's fine.
And Carlos is still doing jokes, so I'm not taking his comments anymore. I'll see you at the dance on the 26th of May, Carlos. Adriel, thank you so much for your time, for your history, for share all the knowledge that you got from all these years of experience in Ireland. Thank you for being here, trying to help others and to encourage other ones from your community, from my community, and from different communities. It was amazing to talk with you and to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much to you, and congrats for all the community that you have again, because you are doing really great job here with this community to tell them or to explain them what is the best way just to get a job or to get an opportunity at least, or an interview or something. But you are connecting people, and that's really good and amazing. Congrats for that. So yeah, we keep in touch anytime, and if someone can send me a message about any help, I'm open all the time just to help others with any tips, or if you, I have a list anyway. I have a list of the companies, so I can just show them. But yeah, anytime I'm open. Even when I when we just provide this course, I all the time say, if you need something specifically about the machine, just call me. I'm open all the time. Not while I'm sleeping, but I can receive messages, and while you are doing the job on site, you can put internet. I can just get into the team viewer and just fix whatever you are doing. So I'm open. If I have time, I'm open just to help others.
That's
So
great. It's important to say not when you're sleeping, because sometimes people forget that we need to sleep.
yeah,
Adriel, thank you again. I hope see you at the event on the 26th. That will be amazing to meet you in person.
yeah,
And we keep talking later about maybe a few ideas of live stream in Spanish. That will be nice as well.
yeah. For me,
Okay.
so thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And thank you all who stayed until the end of this live stream. Please don't forget to give the like here and to subscribe if you want to know about different histories of other engineers from different countries who came to Ireland or other countries in Europe, and they start their own life as a professional engineer over there. And thank you again. I see you next week. I hope you enjoy. And don't forget about the Building Bridge event that's going to happen on the 26th of May. If you want to get your ticket, go to our Instagram page and get your ticket from the link over there. Okay? And Carlos, I'll see you there on the dance floor. Bye bye, guys. Take care.